Hello, good evening, managers, and welcome to tonight's penultimate show of the FPL Ambassador show, where we have just one more game week to the end of the 2021-2022 season. It's been a long, bumpy road mixed with COVID, mixed with injuries, double game weeks, so many uncertainties. But if managers have been able to make it through, we congratulate each and every single manager. Alex, how are you doing? It's been a long time since we saw you on the show.
I'm well, Rowland. How about you?
I'm also well, thanks. Good. Raymond, how are you also doing?
Charlie, I'm well. I thank God that at least we have been able to finish a full season of FPL shows. And Charlie, we want to especially thank our viewers, our managers who have been with us all throughout from the beginning when we started. They've given us the moral support and we have come this far. I want to say a very special thanks to them. And I'm very happy that we have Gameweek 38, 43 wonderful episodes so far. And we're even looking forward to next season. Charlie, Haaland is already in, so Charlie, we have to think about Charlie how we'll deal with all of those kind of things as well. But Charlie, Gameweek 38
Sure.
is just around the corner. So that's how it goes.
I think, okay. So we can get a show started.
Sure. So, any key points, Alex and Roland? Any key points to pick that from Gameweek 37? Although it hasn't ended, Everton, Aston Villa, and Chelsea are playing this evening. What any key things you picked up from those games? Any key things in attack, defense? Any new thing we need to watch out? What I would say is Bowen is still there. So guys who are forgetting about Bowen is still there. He's still around. Roland, Alex, if not,
Yeah.
shall I continue?
Oh,
Anything
no.
For me, I'm
Yeah,
just hoping.
right, because when you call the two at the same time, it becomes a bit some way for someone to talk. So you call one person and he speaks, and after I think that yeah.
Okay.
So
So,
Alex, take it
Alex.
away.
Yeah, so for me, I'm hoping my captain will continue doing well. That's Richarlison. But unfortunately, it looks like almost everyone captain Richarlison. So I don't stand to gain any points.
Please, let me tell you, I'm more captain than X. Let me tell you.
I for one fell for it, and I'm suffering. I'm suffering from that. So Danny Ings is the low of this game week. I think the hype around him just before the lineups came out. I think that the morning of the Sunday, I think that I messaged Ray to tell him that I'm getting info that Watkins will start. So that takes away his appeal. But then again, we felt that no, it won't really affect him. But here we are today with Danny Ings being the block of points for us this game week. But I mean, all in all, it hasn't been bad. The free hit has gone well, so it's okay.
Oh, is that so?
Yeah, I mean,
you never know though.
Oh yeah, I mean, but
around.
just looking at it, I just feel that Ings. Oh, anyway, but I mean the rotation has killed a lot of non-free hitters. We should also look out for. I think they've been affected massively by the benching of Trent Robertson, Mane, Salah being injured, Diaz, all those players. So it's not been bad so far.
So a key point is also about the rotations. So just a reminder to managers that rotations can happen, and anybody who's planning for this fixture at least have one good first up, so that just in case rotation hits, at least you can you can be able to manage it over there. Okay, good. So that said, I think we can move into our teams. Roland, you free hated. How was the success? Are you smiling, or you think there are better things to happen? As for Alex is talking about,
Yeah, I think that
So you and Alex
captaincy
hated.
was the most difficult aspect of it for me. I think Richarlison or to go Inks, and I fell for the Villa will score so many goals trick, but it turned out not to be. You know, he would have been a shoe in if Watkins was fully injured and out of the game. But as we have it, we sit here today saying what could have been. So I think that's just about it. Almost everyone's free hit team is almost the same as this one. 99.999% of everyone who free hitted has a team similar to this, at least 9 out of the 11 players or 10 out of the 11 players. I mean, mathematically, it's not 99.9% anyway, but I mean, just having 9 out of the 11 players or even 10 or 11. So it's not bad, all in all.
Okay, not bad then. Okay, so we move to my team. This is my team. I said I would just do a simple transfer of bringing in. So I didn't want to do any -4. I want to start next season very well. So no -4 for me. So I brought in Son to bring in Son for Salah and captain Son, and Son refused to do the
Salah.
magic. Pope, yes, for Salah, and Pope decided to prevent 2 good goals from Son, but Pope, I don't mind him. And then Mason Mount is not playing today, so Charlie he's on the bench, but he needs to come on and score some 2 goals before me, Charlie. Otherwise, Charlie, this season has not really This season has not been a very good season for me at all. I have been at this 700, 800, 900. I'll go to 1 million, 1.2. I'll come for a license. But I think we'll do a review of the season somewhere next week. We'll look at what are some of the things that managers did have made them have a good season, and what are some of the things that they've done that has made them have quite a bad season, and then what we can learn as managers for going forward. But so that is my team for last week.
Just an update. Everton is down by a goal to 0. Scored by Mateta.
Down or up? Mateta. Hey, let me look at my bench. Let me see my bench.
With Eze with the assist. I always knew that Zaha would be a trap for this week, but I just didn't have any other option.
They shouldn't play Mount. I need the Mateta point of my bench. I need the Mateta point of my bench. Mount, please don't come and do anything today. Okay. So this is Marlvin's team. So Marlvin also went with Daddy X as captain. Charlie, Rowland, what is Marlvin and this Ramsey pick? Rowland.
No, he's been a player he's always had. So
yes, I know, but I'm like, what's this with him having him like, because to play Ramsey ahead of Saka, I know Marlvin will go double game, but Ramsey has not been informed. To play him ahead of Saka is something I really.
No, Ramsey has been injured.
Okay.
No. It wasn't a surprise. It was just a straightforward pick for me because I think Ramsey definitely will have to play 2 game weeks. So I think that with the form Arsenal is in right at the moment, he didn't think that Saka could do much against a resilient Newcastle team. So it wasn't much of a surprise anyway.
Okay, good. So Alex, this is your free hit team. Tell us. I can see you are smiling already. Alex, tell us something.
I remember we had a conversation.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, managers. I think Alex's link has gone off. But managers, you can send us your comments.
Charlie, my body pick. Oh, I fell for Ink's trick.
Vardy has scored again. Or has Vardy scored again or what?
No.
Okay.
Vardy hasn't scored.
Okay, good. So Alex is joining us. Okay, great. Let me see. Managers, we are trying to see if Alex can join.
No, Vardy hasn't scored.
Okay, good. Alex, you're talking about your team. So,
actually, Leicester has scored.
Yes, don't worry.
Scored.
Alex, don't worry. Alex.
Yeah.
Alex, can you hear me? Yes, so about your free hit team, so we can speak about it now. Alex, can you hear us? I think you have a challenge at your end. Alex. Oh, sorry. Alex.
Okay, Raymond, let's not drag it.
Sure.
If you can't hear us, then
yes, okay. It's Alex, please speak. We can hear you now.
Okay. So I remember we having a conversation before game week 37.
Yeah.
And I was advising you free hit. but you
He
believe strongly that you had a
Sure.
better team for 37 than for 38. You
Yes.
see, if you had done the free, if you had activated, if you had activated free hit, I don't think you would have regretted. But well, 38 is there for us to see. Just be sure you don't go in for players who who end up not playing. That's just a problem.
Don't worry.
Going for the likes of Mane.
We will see my free hit too soon, so don't worry. Okay, we will see it very soon. Okay,
I
so
see.
sure, don't worry. So okay, our key players for the week. The week is still ongoing, but I think most of them have done well. Madison has done the job. Luis Diaz didn't do the job. The benching, but Vardy and Richarlison have done the job quite there. But I think there were some benches there. So let's move to this week. Who are the key players we want for this week? So this week, Roland, tell us about your key players for this week.
Okay, so Shabo. I think I've gone for Brentford. Brentford against Leeds. Leeds have been goal shy in the last couple of games, and Brentford would like to sign off the season on a high in front of their home fans. So that's the main reason why I went for Raya. I've gone in for Alonso. Alonso has been playing almost every game. I heard he'll be signing off from Chelsea, just like Rudiger, very soon, going to Barcelona. I don't know how much of a done deal that is, but I think that we'll have a swan song, departure against who do they even play? I think Watford, and
Watford.
That's just an easy pick for me there. Yes, because they play usually like strikers, so it's not Alonso goes big against Watford. Then midfield, I've gone for Son. Son is chasing a golden boot, so no other midfielder would want an opportunity to score. And I think that even if there's a penalty, the game against Burnley, he wanted to take the penalty kick, but Son Kane disallowed it. He didn't allow him to. So hopefully anyone who has him, I think most managers have him.
Yeah.
Most managers have him, because of the Salah issue. So I mean, it's not much of an issue right there. He's a strong captaincy pick for the game week anyway. Then forward, I've gone for Vardy. Vardy against Southampton. Vardy goes on a streak. Vardy scores goals. As soon as Vardy goes on a streak, you must get him in. If Vardy goes on a streak and you don't get him in for the next 2-3 game weeks, he will go barren for the next 15 weeks. So when he's on a run, please join the run. If it's a marathon, join him. if he's flying, fly with him. Join the Vardy party. So Maza, join him. Then I think the friendship that I've gone for Luis Diaz. It was good that he didn't start. I don't even think if he came on. I was watching again. I was a bit boring for me because he came on. I was watching the game. I was a bit boring.
He didn't come on.
So now, which Raymond?
I said he didn't come on. Sorry.
Okay. So once he didn't come on, I mean, he's every FPL manager knows that he played the last game. It's that one. Everyone, him and Mane, it will be a surprise for them to play any kid on the last day of the season. So
when they know that anything can happen.
Yes, De Bruyne, because he's had stellar performances in each of his last game week 38 matches. So I mean, the points have been there for him, 19, 13, 9. The points have been good. The point tally. So that's the main reason why I've gone for De Bruyne. And I know that this week for sure, all my 6 players will hit. I'm signing off on a high.
Signing off on a high.
Yeah. So Alex, what do you think about my team?
What do you think about his picks for the week?
I think you're fine. I only have concerns about 2 players.
Okay, so the concerns.
Just your differential pick. Luis Diaz. I'm not sure Luis Diaz would. I'm not sure he would do so well. He's not used to scoring double-digit points. That's my problem with Luis Diaz.
He doesn't think he will score double-digit points.
Sorry?
No, I think Roland, I think you need to get a bit closer to your mic to hear your speaker to hear Alex when he's speaking. Okay, so Alex, please make your point again
Okay.
about Luis Diaz.
So I'm saying that I'm not sure
Alex has
about
scored a
Luis
second goal
Diaz
anyway.
and Kevin De Bruyne. I'm fine with the other
Okay.
four. For Luis Diaz, the only reason why I
Okay.
don't like him is because he doesn't score double-digit points so often. So the maximum I'm looking at will be 9 points, but we're looking at game with 38. So for me to go with Luis Diaz, I rather prefer, let's say, Mane, Mahrez, those streaky players, score double-digit figures. Kevin De Bruyne, I'm
Okay.
not sure he will score or do so well in 38 because of Gerrard. Maybe Gerrard has to do Liverpool a favor this time around. If he couldn't win the title with them, maybe he has to help them win this time. So I'm sure they'll be a bit defensive. I don't think they'll open up and then concede so many goals. That's just what I think.
That's what you
I
think.
think they might
Okay.
just concede
Okay.
one or at most two. I'm sure
Okay.
he'll keep it a bit tight just to stand a chance of either drawing or winning the game. So I'm
Yeah.
not
Okay.
sure about City
I'm not
players
sure
and
about
Yeah.
this. Okay, sure. Okay. But there's another school of thought concerning De Bruyne that with De Bruyne, City, even though Aston Villa would want to really do Liverpool a favor and stuff like that because of Gerrard, City are playing the game at Etihad, and one thing about it, when they are playing at Etihad, they play at a different level. They begin to play around. When the first goal comes, know that trouble is coming. As soon as the second goal comes, trouble, and City would really be ready for that game. If they're able to outplay Villa and the first goal come, the other goals will come naturally. So as you're saying, it's not like a very tough De Bruyne call. Like like when he was facing Newcastle and Wolves, at least one of the Newcastle or Wolves, at least one of them he can really hit. But against Aston Villa are quite defensive. They have quite some very good defensive numbers.
Mhm.
But against at Etihad, I expect that Kevin De Bruyne can do it. Just that it shouldn't be a priority transfer. Like someone going to buy him purposely for this game. If you don't own him, you can leave him. If you have him, you can keep him. But then there might be more explosive captains, as Alex has seen. I surely agree with that there. And then Luis Diaz, Luis Diaz has also been under the radar for quite a while. So I tend to agree with Roland a bit. He's also having a streak rate. At 8.0, at least he gives you that punch. You might not be able to get a direct Salah swap. And then that means that we want managers to know that Salah, you need to wait for Klopp's presser tomorrow to know whether Salah will play or not. And Klopp might say that Salah is partly fit. If he's partly fit, maybe he might say that Salah might be involved. Those kind of statements are quite tricky. Tell us the guy who starts, so that will buy the guy. You say the guy will be involved. But if he's going to be involved, if you have Salah, it'll be a very tough thing to captain Salah. But if Klopp sees Salah will be involved, you can keep him if you don't have any major issues in your team. But if you have major issues in your team, then I think that you can keep. But if you have major issues, I think that you can then sell Salah this week, because I'm sure he might not even play full. Even if he'll play like 60 minutes or 30 minutes because of the Champions League final. I don't know what you guys think about that point as well.
I don't think he'll be risked in any form or shape. So let's not even encourage managers to get him. If you don't have him, don't buy him, because Salah over the past 4 to 5 years, his last game weeks have been either he doesn't start or he ends up when he does start 2 points, 1 point. So I don't encourage managers to get him in. If you have your son is equally good, because he is the one you substitute or you bought him for. So I don't see why you should waste your time and energy on if Salah a press conference. If you have the money, get to money. That's it. Money always has a good in the season, so there's no need for us. Let's go back, and then when we come back next season, we talk about Salah. Let's not even mention his name. He doesn't deserve any mention in this show of ours today.
He's caused that the outcome. Yes. So as you are saying, deja vu from last season. It was between the Salah captaincy and Mane captaincy. All those that were with Mane captaincy, game with 38 were the ones who rose who rose in the final game of last season. So managers should just remember, normally in the very final game weeks of the season, someone does not really hit. But as you are saying, Mane has done it just last season. Game week 38. It's not very far. So I think that advice some managers should look up to then. Good. So Mike picks for this week. Unless it can go Liverpool, I think Liverpool to keep a clean sheet against Wolves. So the Liverpool double up or triple up in defense, whichever you can do that. I know Wolves have scored goals against Chelsea and against even City. They scored 1 goal, but I think that Liverpool might first want to make sure they win the game. So I expect the Liverpool clean sheet there, and then Robo. I expect the Liverpool wing backs to full backs now because Wolves might play 3 back. So when it happens like that, the 2 full backs of the opposing team are able to get more space because of the three guys in the middle. So Trent and Arnold, Trent and then Robo. If you have any of these 2 guys, don't sell them. Don't say you are selling them to go and buy it, but must keep those guys and play them. If you can get Trent and Robo double up this week, might be one of the best things you can get for this game week as well. And then with Maddison, as you said, we're expecting a body hitting on against Leicester. And if Vardy is hitting, Maddison is involved. Normally, Vardy is hitting, his partner is Maddison. So Maddison is a guy managers should look up to. You know, the very painful thing, Rowland. I sold Maddison to fund the De Bruyne move 2 weeks ago, and then since then, Maddison has given me he has made me feel the effect the next week. He wants to punish me, but
what KDB gave you? Can Maddison give you that?
No, I know. So that you know what it was between Mount and then Maddison, and I had to sell one. So I felt that Maddison was a rotation rate because of the Leicester final Europa League semi-final games. So I sold Maddison and kept Mount. But if I rather sold Mount and kept Maddison, I'd have had the benefit of the 2 because Mount was
that's true.
That's the tough thing as well. So but whatever is all good. And then forward Ivan Toney. Ivan Toney has not been talked about in a while, but this might be the week Ivan Toney might hit. So mention of Ivan Toney, I want to mention to managers that there's this guy called Wisa of Brentford. He has been scoring the goals there small. So those who want a very, very panty player, you can just go. He's a midfielder. I think he's worth 5.7 million. So you can try and get Wisa there. But if you want a very assured player, Eriksen is there because Leeds concede set pieces and then concede goals for set pieces. So Eriksen is the guy that you can look to there. I have given my differential as Bowen. Bowen is not a differential, but I put an asterisk by him. Bowen has been under the radar for a very long while. So managers who really want a differential player for this week, I want to say that Bowen is a differential for this week. I know it's not a normal differential of what his percentage, but against Brighton, though it's an away game, I know Brighton will play that they are beautiful football. And what I always like playing against teams that play those possession football and they hit them on the counter. So that is also to mention that if you really want a very panty, you can go and buy Antonio for the last time. I know, but they just won't go and buy Antonio. But those who really want so the point is that if you are preheating, normally in this game week it's unpredictable. So what you can do is that you can have maybe your solid 10 players and say, okay, this week I want to go for one panty player. So you can decide that my panty player might be either Wisa or Antonio or Luis Diaz or Bowen or even Sessegnon. So you can just look around that and then choosing of those players. But captaincy for this week is pure Son. If you really want to do, because Son against Norwich is really, really something that managers should look up to. The guy will want to score. And Norwich would want to play very nice to appease their fans. In fact, I'm actually more happy Spurs are playing the game away from home. Because they were playing at home, the owners would be on Spurs to rather play the beautiful football. But now that Norwich are playing at home, they want to appease their fans. So they want to play. And Sunday now, when any ball be a shoot, he will shoot. And what Pope did against him this week, please, Son, we beg you, don't do that thing to us again. Score the goals for us, and let's give us a hat trick, and let's end the season on a high. So that is it there. Alex, any comments about my key players for this week?
No, I think you're spot on.
Okay, good there.
I'm happy with all your picks. I actually have some of them. Very happy with your pick.
Okay, I think I didn't hear your very final point, but I think you were saying you have
You
most
said
of these
probably
players
what?
that I'm talking about. Yeah, I also didn't hear him. Alex, could you make your point again?
Yes, so I'm
Hello,
saying that I'm happy with the players you've gone for. That
okay.
fills me with confidence. It means that maybe I'll do well this final
Yeah,
game.
yeah.
No, but doing well means I'm looking at the ambassadors
Yes.
league, and I'm actually occupying the
Talk of that. Let me bring the league table here. So the league table now, Alex, you moved to fourth, and you are just 31 points behind. Hallelujah. That is me as a bannerman. So let's see if you can finally close the gap. Maybe even with this week, your points from your
At least
previous, and then let's see which one.
the way I started.
Alex, please speak to Rowland. Tell him something. Tell him
8K, 7K, 10K, 15K, 16K, 56, 82, then 100, 170, 180K. Hey, what's going on?
Yes.
I have no idea.
So that said, we are just telling managers that all the managers in here, that the top 10, that if you haven't subscribed to the channel, subscribe and make sure you make your subscription public. YouTube is like that you can make your subscription public or private. So you can Google can give, but what you do, you go to the settings, and at the settings you go to privacy, and then you have to make your subscription public so that you will see if you're subscribed. You know we have said subscription is a requirement. So please, managers, you know it. We don't want any concern. So that is a key point we want to make managers to note before we continue. So, but this is the table we updated as
please confirm for me.
Okay, I'll confirm for you, Alex. I'll confirm
please
for you.
Confirm for me whether the 3 guys ahead of me have actually subscribed.
Okay, I'll do so, but I can't do it in the stream now. So I'll surely do so for you. Okay. Yes. So now this game week 38, the matchups are such that Arsenal has a very good game. Now, where's my book? Yeah, I put my book out of my place. Let me bring a book. I have some dates over the last 6 games. I made notes, serious notes. I pop out for managers. So let me bring it out. Let me just pick my bag and come back. Please, Roland and Alex, talk about the matchups. These are teams I think have quite very good games. So Arsenal, Brentford, Chelsea, and Leicester and Spurs. What do you think about their games? Whilst I bring my book to bring about the key stats. Okay, a minute.
Hey, Raymond. Something that is so simple. Raymond is telling us that he's going for his book. Managers. Yeah. Raymond said he's going for it.
Don't worry. The book was just behind me.
Just,
the book. This is the book.
Just small analysis. Raymond is going for book. You go ahead. Open your start.
Next season, my team will be called Pen and Paper FC. Okay, Alex. I think when we finish this, you can talk about your team, and then you can take your leave as well. So let's talk about this, and then okay, good. So these are things managers should note. Arsenal has a very good game. Brentford have a very good game. Chelsea, Leicester, Spurs. These are teams that have good games on paper. So if you want to make any priority transfer, try and get players from these kind of teams, and don't sell any of your players from these teams. The Liverpool and Man City team, their fixtures are quite very tricky. Tricky in the sense that the Liverpool are playing well. Sometimes when you badly need the results, you don't go guns, you don't go full like that. So those who want the very big point this week, you can manage your Liverpool players. At least defense is okay. City players you can manage. Don't go big. Don't go triple City or triple Liverpool, because these guys will be trying to play and manage and get a result. But as for Arsenal, Brentford, Chelsea, Leicester, especially, they can decide that they will have a 5-5 or a 6-3. And normally, game week 38 has very high scoring games. So normally, invest in midfield. You can go for 5. How do you call it? You can go for 3-5-2 or 3-4-3. Just don't go and play 5 at the back. Those with the big at the back. This week it's not a big at the back weekend. Otherwise, one goal will just spoil everything. Now, this is what I have picked up. Now, the best team in attack for the past 6 game weeks are City, Liverpool, Chelsea, and Aston Villa. So City, Liverpool, Chelsea, Aston Villa are the best 6 teams, are the best 4 teams in attack over the past 6 game weeks. But then, if you look overall for the whole season, Villa will drop out and then Spurs will join. So it means that Chelsea, so that is City, Liverpool, Chelsea, and then Spurs. So most of us have these teams. As Alex was saying that I should have rather created in 37 because 38 the matches were already good because the big guys had a very good games as well. So aside these teams, Arsenal, Manchester United, and then West Ham also have good attack across the season. But then it's not all about attack. You have to look at defense. So what are the teams with the worst defenses over the past 6 game weeks? The teams with the worst defense over the past 6 game weeks. Please guess. Guess. Give me 2. Just give me 2. Mention 2 teams with the worst defenses. This one is FPL quiz. Worst defenses, very bad defenses. Norwich is one.
Southampton.
Okay, good.
Am I right?
Yes, Southampton. You're right. Norwich, Southampton. Who again?
Watford.
Good. Watford, good. Then it's not Everton, but it's Leeds.
There's Everton.
Yes,
Everton
Leeds,
is not Anyway, just to update managers, James assists Alonso goal. So I just hope that Alonso has won a week earlier to my pants.
Maybe they'll have to change Alonso out. Charlie, good. So the West 4 defenses, as we have said, Southampton, Norwich, Leeds, and Watford. Now, guess who Southampton face? Leicester. Guess who Norwich face? Spurs. Guess who Leeds face? Arsenal. Guess who Watford face? Chelsea. So these are 4 teams that you need to target. I want to say managers. Let me even type it in the chat. The teams to target are Southampton. Target defense. Defenses to target. So the defenses to target are Southampton, Norwich, Leeds, and Watford. What do you think about this? Do you think that it is true? Guys, what do you think about it? Rowland, Marlvin, what do you think about Rowland, Alex, what do you think? You can't hear me. Oh, sorry. Can you hear me? Hello, can you hear me? I think they can't hear me. Oh, sorry. So
no, I can hear you. Just that it's breaking.
Good. It's breaking. Okay, sorry. So now there are 3 other teams that make the top 7.
I agree. 4. I mean, it's obvious. These things they are.
So other teams like
this is. I can't. What I'm saying is, I can't really. Just relax. We can hear you very well.
Okay. Rowland, talk. Okay. So let me finish my points. The other teams that are also very worst defenses over the past 6 game weeks are Manchester United. So those with
we are listening to you. Don't.
Good. So those with Zaha, please don't tell him. He might hit against Manchester United. And then Wolves. So the Liverpool guys are still worth it. And then Burnley, the team faces who faces Burnley this week? So Newcastle. So those looking at Callum Wilson pants can also look at there. So these are the defenses to target this very game week. Any other points? So otherwise, I'll move to Alex team so that Alex can take leave of us. Any key thing to note?
No, I'm good. I mean, you've spoken extensively about it, so
good.
It's good.
So Alex, you can talk about your team, and then this is your default team before your free hit. So what's happening? What are you doing this game week?
I'm sure the guy in the first or second place is actually listening to me. So I won't give much away. I'll keep my cards close to my chest.
Then don't talk.
No, I'm thinking of bringing. I'll surely take a hit.
Don't talk.
No, I'll talk. Don't worry.
Are you sure? Don't talk.
No, don't worry.
Okay.
Yeah, don't worry. I'll surely take a hit.
Okay.
Or 2.
No, 1 is enough.
To bring in. No, I'll take 1 or 2.
No. Okay, so
bring in 2 midfielders
speak to me
and a striker.
I'll analyze it.
No, because
Or
it's all or
backdoor?
nothing, so I have to take all the risk I can
Okay.
possibly take. So it's either I bring in 2 midfielders and a striker and sell Nketsiah, or I bring in just 2 midfielders without a striker, or I can still go with 1 midfielder, 1 striker. But
Okay.
I have to take a hit.
Okay.
Take
But
a hit or 2.
Alex, so let me evaluate your team for you. Let's see. Well, let's see if you can. So Alex, your backline, you don't need to do anything with your backline. The only guy who is at risk is Havertz. So you have Havertz, you have Tony. So you can just do a very simple move of getting Havertz replacement. Or you can you have funds. I'm coming. So you can look at Havertz and Saka as the 2 guys you are releasing, and then look at the other moves you can make from that. So that is all I can say. So the rest, maybe you can switch to me backdoor. We'll look at how, and there's a price on the line. we can't be talking about. Yeah.
Alex,
but that
left me alone. If you want to take minus, I thought you had. Please go on. Go on.
Rowland finish. No, Rowland finish. Rowland talk.
No. All I was saying was that if you listen to Raymond, you never take hits. You have to be adventurous. So if you feel you are chasing and you want to do it, Raymond, don't do it. Don't do it. At the end of the day, you realize, Charlie, even though it was a risk, if I'm taking this risk, I would have gained maybe 5 points or so. Yes, technically, because of where he comes from as as an ambassador and as a champ, he's always, I'm being calculated. So if you listen to Raymond, you end up not doing anything. So Masa, if it's minus, if I said maybe I'll do minus 8, he said no, don't do minus 8. You're already in the lead in your mini league, so don't do it. That's Raymond for you, classic Raymond.
So Ray,
but that said, this is I'm not being consecutive. I've just been aggressive because my transfers have just been going left, right, center. Very, very much. This is the challenge. So you. Okay.
I've had a look at the 3 guys leading me, right?
Okay.
And the one I'm concerned of, I'm not concerned of the number 1. Okay. I'm not at all.
Okay.
I think when everything goes back to normal, his team is fine. We have a lot of different players altogether.
Okay.
So even if he makes no changes and I do none, I still think it's fine.
Okay.
We have differences in our team. But the guy I'm concerned about is Emmanuel Nyama, the guy in second place.
Okay.
Because we have exactly the same team for this game week. And then when everything goes back to normal, he has Madison. I don't have Madison. He has Kane. I don't have Kane. You see, these 2 players, I'm watching it closely. And he has Son. No, he doesn't have Son. He has Kulusevski.
Okay. So
now I'm sure he's considering going for Son to cover himself.
Okay.
So it means I have to do more. And I'll sure you not go for Kane. I have to do more than just that.
I want to say that. So you balance. Yes, Alex, thanks for that Lukaku shout out. Now Lukaku is the guy that might hit in the last game. Chelsea have a final game, home game. They might want to play nice for their fans. So managers who want this game weekend is all about at least having like some 2 punty moves, because it's normally game with 30 are quite very unpredictable. So managers should just
high scoring as well.
High scoring as well, yes.
So if you land the player who scores.
Yes, Alex, I really want to salute you and congratulate you. Really, that have really done very well this season. You have been you're in the top 20K as of now. Looking forward to another top 10K finish.
Let me win before you congratulate me. I have to win.
I'm coming.
Let me win first.
Oh, they are making.
Aston Villa has just considered the
seriously.
Everybody be.
Ashley Barnes penalty.
Okay.
Can you imagine?
Sorry. So what I want to say is that we told managers that we will bring them quality managers on our show. So, you see, we told managers we are going to bring them quality managers on. When we're doing our preseason, they were like, no, Muka, what managers are you bringing? I'm sure we are bringing a top 10K manager on our show. So next season we're bringing top 1K managers on our show. In fact, I'm a top 1K manager myself, but just that this year I'm So Alex, I'm sure you can take your leave here. Then I prepare then. But thanks, we are glad to have you here. Next we go either next week or next we will try and have a season review show. As I'm sure we'll be there and then we'll bring our brains and ideas together as what to do as Charlie. So all the best for the game week. I'm sure we'll talk back on and see how things go as well. Okay, sure. Thank you very, very much.
All right, thanks,
Roland,
Alex.
Enjoy the rest of the evening, guys.
Yeah.
Sure.
All right,
sure,
you too.
Sure. So, Roland, this is your
Bye
team.
for now.
Bye. Roland, this is your team. What are you doing this game week?
Okay, so for this game week, just I am having a sneaky feeling Coutinho that I'll sell if you not come back to hunt me. But I think that Son is a priority for me this game week. I think that I must get Son in. In. If I get news that Jesus is starting, I don't see why I should change him.
Okay. So,
but
if
there's any news of his, so that's just about it. I think Son is a priority for me this week because those behind me have Son. So if behind that,
sure.
I don't want to. I don't want to go.
Okay. Can you get Son from Coutinho and Diaz?
Yes, I can. I believe so. I should be able to.
So you just have that as your backup plan there. But then if you think that you feel Jesus and you still want to have Jesus, then you can go Kulusevski because there's Kulusevski and then King double up might be very good, and then King captaincy.
Okay, that's also an option.
So that's it.
Yeah,
just because your backline is set, your middle is also set, and your forward is also set. So that's it there. Good.
Okay.
But then if I want to say go very, 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 very risky, there you go, buddy. But Charlie,
Madison is okay for me. I beg you.
Yes, Madison.
I don't. Once I'm in the lead, I just have to maintain it. There's no need for me to go.
No, but
ultra.
Yes, but aside that, you need to enter the 100K this season. Seriously, you need to enter it. So
yes,
I pray you enter it, and then
I'll do my best. I'm hoping that right now Villa has conceded, so it makes it even more difficult. I drop in rank. I drop not necessarily in rank, but I come back to around 107.
Let's look at your team. This is your team. So DJ, okay, look, okay. Yes, but then the point is that it will be how the guys will do for you. I mean, how your guys here will do for you. So James Cancelo might do the job for you next hand. So it's there. So it's as simple as
because Marvin is breathing down my neck and with a James assist. I mean, that game.
I told you Marvin was doing mind games. Man said that he's giving up. I said that he's time to Pep Guardiola. Like two short things. You know when Tuchel was going to play against Real Madrid the second leg, so it is over. It's impossible. Charlie, look at what he did. He
meant the thing, eh? He meant
it. Charlie, he meant it, but so that is yours. So this.
Okay, might wrapping up. I have to get almost the second half.
Sure. Good.
So this is your team. What's your plan? What's your plan?
Free team. This is why I am. This is why I sit.
For Diaz.
Charlie Luis Diaz. I'm not joking.
Oh, this team looks great.
Diaz. So Alisson
in goal. Really, really good.
So I cover the three best defenses. I mean the three big teams: Alisson, Cancelo, and Alonso. And I'm going with Sesenyo as my panty guy. I have Bowen, Son, Luis Diaz, De Bruyne, Madison, and I'm going with Buddy and then Tony. So Henry asked me on the FPL Ambassadors group yesterday whether I don't have Kane. I'm thinking about the Kane thing, but I think I might go without Kane. I know Kane really hits in the very last game, but maybe I might go without Kane. The thing I'm now being a little bit conscious about Sesenyo. I know he might give me the attacking returns, but I'm sure Norwich might score a goal. At least Pookie might do something. So maybe that, and I've gotten Matip as my first sub, at least just in case of anything, at least in there. But I think this team should be good to take me through. Son needs to hit, everybody needs to hit. Everybody needs to hit there. So that is it there.
Looking at your team, man, the only issue I'm having is I think that he should have either TA or Robertson. That's the only issue I'm having with this team.
Yeah.
Because I think that Cancelo, Aston Villa will force and score.
Sure.
Aston Villa will force to score because Gerrard will want to do Liverpool a favor. So that's the only thing I'm looking at. Either I think Robertson is easier to get to. Selling Matip, selling Cancelo, you should be able to get to, or even selling Cancelo. Cry if you have some money left, you can even buy Robertson.
Okay.
So I that's the only suggestion I can give to your team.
Yeah.
Vardy, his last game at home, that one too is not bad. It's not bad. You see, I'm thinking about Son, all right, but looking at his record, is fairly poor as compared to Kings for the last day of the end of season. But he needs a goal. So if there's a penalty, definitely Kane will not be that selfish to say I am taking, unless maybe they are 2-0 up, then he leaves the ball for Son to take it.
Sure.
Yes. So that's one thing for you to know.
That's a
I just think that Liverpool defender is more sure of team than a team that wants to, prove something against Man
City. Okay, good. So Cancelo to Robertson. Okay, that is good. But I have Anderson input. That is what I was thinking I was covered. But I'll find it right. So okay, I can do Cancelo to Robo and then have Anderson rather input, or Cancelo the Liverpool double up in defense. So that's a very key point.
Something like that.
Sure.
Like that, yeah.
Sure. Yeah. I also think that you say something about normally talk about matchups, players against certain teams. So let's check Son and Kane's records against Norwich to know how good it might be to be able to split that decision over there. So that is a very key point there. This is Marlvin's team managers. This is Marlvin's team. Marlvin's team looks quite good. I don't know what Marlvin might do, but I'm sure Marlvin might want to get Maddison for either Zaha or Foden somewhere there. You bench boost.
You bench boost.
Okay. So Marlvin, we are telling you that you are telling Roland that you are giving up on the lead, but we know that you are actually planning on overtaking Roland. So Roland, please try and make sure you maintain the lead. So that's it there. So finally, this game week, who should be captain? Who should be captain?
KDB or Son for me.
KDB or Son.
If you really want to go panty
money. Okay, so KDB, Son, money.
If you want to take a punt, money, yeah.
Would you go Robertson, Alonso, or Cancelo in case they score a goal last game week?
Nah, none of that, bro. None of that. Just go simple.
Okay.
If you are chasing in your mini leagues, that's fine. You can go that route. Sure. But if not, Charlie, someone like myself, it's not now that I'm coming to sit down and overthink it.
Yes. So we want to say a big thank you to managers for all they have done for us this season, being with us all through now. Thank you very much, and we shall surely meet next season. But we'll surely have to do a season review show. So all the best to you in Game Week 38, and then we will surely meet as well. Roland, any final comments?
Thank you guys for joining us, keeping with us throughout the whole season. I know today we didn't get so many comments on because managers are enjoying the Chelsea games, the Villa games, but you have a rerun and watch all of them back. So
watch it. Yes.
I mean, cheers to you guys. We appreciate you so much. So we'll see you definitely on the review show.
Sure. Okay. Thank you, Roland. It's been nice working with you as well and Marlvin on this journey, and we know we shall go far as well. Charlie.
Sure.
All the best. Sure. Bye, managers.
Bye.